Great Coasters International is a well-known and renowned company for many of their quality wooden coasters built around the world. The company is highly regarded and respected in the amusement industry for their unique design style and great, pun intended, coasters they've built around the world. Though some of their classic coasters from 1999 like Wazzy and Roar have since received the RMC treatment, all of their modern coasters built in the year 2000 and after, which debuted with their signature Millennium Flyer trains and more unique design styles, still operate today. Except that's not really true. Out of all the modern coasters GCI built with their new trains, there exists a lost coaster that once operated and gave fast-paced and fun rides like much of its counterparts around the world. However, this ride unfortunately met a terrible fate and was forgotten by much of the world. This is the story of Ozark Wildcat. In 1999, a new park opened in the popular tourist city of Branson, Missouri in order to capitalize on the large market of visitors. The park, known as Branson USA, opened with a Bunfari Cyclone, a Dragon Wagon, and an S&MC Hurricane coaster known as Thunderbolt. The park operated for a couple of years after its opening, but struggled severely with financial issues, closing in 2001 due to their losses. However, this is not the end for the park, as Hershon Family Entertainment, owners of the nearby Silver Dollar City theme park, bought the property, with plans to make the property into a new park intended as a tie-in sister park to Silver Dollar City, which would have a 20th century Mid-America theme, which was chosen to complement the 19th century Old West theme of the larger Silver Dollar City theme park. However, changes were made for the park's reopening, including the removal of 2 of the 3 coasters, and the other stuff being gutted. However, many new rides were added in the process, and the park was expanded significantly at the cost of around $40 million. This included previously mentioned new theming, as well as the development of a fireworks and laser show for the park, as well as rides like an E&F Myler roller coaster known as Jackrabbit, which, fun fact, is now Hurricane at Fun Spot America, and other rides like an S&S Double Shot Drop Tower, and a vintage carousel. However, Hershon wanted to help bring people in with a headliner attraction that would enhance the experience for park guests, and for that, Hershon set aside 10% of the expansion's budget and called up Great Coasters International to build the Ozark Wildcat. For this next part, I'll have my friend, WNY Coasters, lay things out for all of us, so let's have him take it away.
The ride's opening went relatively smoothly, however a layout change was made before the ride's opening where the final brake run and storage shed were moved to the opposite side of the lift hill, causing the final section of the ride to be shortened. The ride, however, was 80.3 feet tall and had a drop of 73.3 feet and had a top speed of 45.2 miles per hour and had a track length of 2,613 feet. The ride started off with a twister drop similar to that of Kentucky Rumbler before merging into a rightward turn and dropping down to a low to the ground turn followed by another turn and a dive under the lift hill before you do a 180 and go under the lift again. You then did some turns and went through an airtime pop before slamming to the final brake run. The ride overall was actually on the smaller end of GCI coasters in the stats department, with even Invader at Busch Gardens Williamsburg having a larger drop and top speed, but a shorter length. Despite being small, it certainly was likely a fun and thrilling ride, which was a good fit.
Despite the new coasters and large amount of investment put into the new park, it did not do as well as anticipated. This was likely due to a number of factors, such as competing attractions in the area, and even Hershon's own Silver Dollar City theme park, which attracted people away from Celebration City. On top of all of the other attractions the park had to compete with, this oversaturation contributed to the underwhelming attendance. The straw that broke the camel's back was the 2007 and 2008 recession, which damaged attendance so bad at Hershon's parks that Hershon announced that it would close Celebration City in order to cut costs. Unfortunately, though many rides were relocated to other parks and found new homes, the former park's star attraction was left to rot. It stood for years, with less and less hope by the day that it would be saved, and in 2015, the ride was unfortunately demolished for good. However, it should be noted that the ride was a prelude to another GCI coaster that opened the year after in 2004. That was at another Hershon park. Hershon again collaborated with GCI to build Thunderhead, a well-known and highly regarded wooden coaster that lives on and still operates today at Dollywood in Tennessee.
This ride was likely forgotten for three main reasons. First, this coaster closed nearly 12 years ago as of the writing of this video, meaning that there is more time to move on and focus on other things for most coaster enthusiasts. A lot can change in a decade, and a lot can be lost, and a lot can be forgotten about as well. Second, the park was overshadowed by Silver Dollar City, which was a more impressive and larger park than many people preferred over this park, leading to less people to visit this park, let alone going out of their way to ride this coaster. Because of this, not as many people were concerned or affected by the park's closing and the loss of this coaster, which made it more vulnerable to being forgotten. Third, the coaster was not that huge for a GCI. For comparison, the other GCI built by Herschend, Thunderhead, had a nearly 30-foot taller drop and 500 additional feet of track length. The truth is that this coaster is not as big or as bold as a lot of other wooden coasters.
In conclusion, this is a short but sweet GCI coaster located at a forgotten and long-lost park, which met an unfortunate fate due to poor attendance from the park which housed it. The obscurity of the park and the fact that it was overshadowed by other local parks, and the fact that this ride was not the most well-written or well-known or talked about wooden coaster led to it being largely forgotten after it closed. That's about all for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. All feedback is encouraged and highly appreciated. Also, a huge shout out goes to WNY Coasters for helping me out with this project. I also helped him out with another video he's doing on Viper on his channel. It's a defunct Togo coaster that operated at Six Flags Great Adventure. So if you're curious about that, be sure to check out his video and his channel in general. It's a good channel. Be sure to subscribe to his channel as well. That's about all I got to say for now. Peace out.